Hey, MJ here. As promised, we're going to do subtraction, unlike denominators. Okay, I'm going to show you two models. One's visual, one's more just with the numbers. Okay, both are common denominator. I would accept either one of these for full marks on a test or project. So let's get to it. Problem is, as usual, we have different denominators. We got out of 4 out of 3. Okay, our quarters and thirds, whatever you want to call them. So we can't sort of just imagine what that would look like, right? It doesn't sort of just connect. Like we've got different denominators, it's hard to sort of imagine. So in this one, it's going to be very similar to the adding. Maybe I'll make them a little bigger for the screen here. So this time, here's going to be my first. Let's go squares this time. So there's my first square, and then there I'm going to draw my 3/4, okay? And instead of cutting it into like a window shape and then using the quarters that way, I'm going to keep my quarters going in one direction and my thirds going in a different direction. And that'll make sense in a second. So I'm going to make my quarters going vertically, and it does not matter which one goes which way, by the way. But I'm going to make my quarters going this way. Wow. Okay, so here's my 3/4. So I'm just going to kind of shade that. And again, you can use a highlighter, you can use different colors, you can just kind of cross hatch it, whatever floats your proverbial boat. Okay, so here's my 3/4. And then on this side, I'm going to put my 1/3. And as you've probably guessed, I'm going to split my box the other way. Okay, so I'm going to go this way to make my 1/3. Ooh, and I'm just going to do like that. Okay, so that didn't really help us at all because okay, now what? So now take away that, like, I don't really know what to do, okay? And so this is sort of the key step. Is this why it's the common denominator method, okay? I'm going to make a common denominator. So since I split 4 this way, I'm going to go ahead and split this box the same way. My 1/3 box is now no longer a 1/3 box. It is a something 12th box. Okay, and I'm going to do the same to my 4th box. I'm going to split it into thirds this way, and now it is also a 12th box. So now we have 2 boxes, and they're both out of 12. They're out of the same denominator, hence common denominator. Okay, and I can just count up how many boxes in each. So in this one, it used to be 3 out of 4, but now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 12, and that is an equivalent fraction to 3/4. And I just proved it right there. Okay, and this one used to be 1 out of 3, but now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 12 total. Okay, now that becomes very easy to answer because it's just 5/12. Okay, and that's it. That's the model. It's an area model. It uses the different denominators and it makes them common denominator, and it becomes very simple to answer. Okay, this answer is simplified, but again, if you somehow ended up with 10/24, and that was it, I'm happy to take that answer. I don't need a simplified answer. Okay. Other model is not visual. It doesn't use area. It just uses sort of your math knowledge. So let's do that one. I know green never shows up. Let's maybe go like an orange here. Okay, so the other one, let's use fractions that are a little bigger. So let's use, I don't know, 7/10. Okay, so we've got 7/10, take away a third. Okay, again, the problem is I don't know how to do that. I want a common denominator. I like to say, just like I did with the addition video, just use 10 times 3. Use 30s. We know that's a common denominator. Is there maybe a lower common denominator? In this case, no. But sometimes there is. I don't need the lowest common denominator. I just need a common denominator. If you want to use 300, 3,000, 3 bazillion, I don't care. Just make sure it's common. Okay? And the easiest way is just multiply the 2 denominators. So again, I do like to mark this up. Okay, so this was times 10. Oh. And over here, this is times 3. And I just do that because it helps you not accidentally multiply the same amount on both sides. Okay, so 10 times 3 gives me 30. So 7 times 3 is 21. If you don't know that, you can always use a calculator. And over here, 3 times 10 is 30. So 1 times 10 is 10. And now it's 21, take away 10, which is 11 out of 30. Boop, check. Okay, that's it. That's the model. It's the same as addition. Find a common denominator and add. Well, in subtraction, find a common denominator and subtract. That's all there is to it, okay? Area model is great if you're a visual learner. You like to have that visual model. Knock it out. If you prefer to just use the numbers, just use the numbers. Okay, that's it. Peace.